How did it feel?
Were you nervous? Because I didn't think you were nervous. I mean, if you were, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so respectful. And
Your eye contact, your posture. Did you notice how he sat? He sat very still. He didn't fidget or move his hands. His eye contact was always right. You guys can't see that because your back's to him, but his eye contact, he always had his eyes right at me. When I asked him a question, he didn't look away. He just looked right at me and he answered.
He did think sometimes, but you know,
that's fine. Okay.
He had some nice pauses in there thinking about what he wanted to say.
But they weren't like too uncomfortably long.
Right.
Or he didn't start like just talking because he was nervous and he didn't know what to say. He actually took his time. He thought about what he wanted to say. He was very clear and concise in his answers. So, you guys have any comments?
Actually,
other than the fact that you like Spider-Man. What?
I was amazed when he said that.
When he said Spider-Man?
Yeah, I thought he would say that.
You just knew that he was going to say Spider-Man?
Yeah, I was thinking, if he said Spider-Man, I would be amazed.
Wow.
And he did. I love Spider-Man.
Do you like Spider-Man too?
Yeah, I do. I have the first and second live movie.
So you guys have something in common now.
Give me a but you see Spider-Man 3?
I've seen it.
So you're a Spider-Man fan?
I don't have Spider-Man 3 though.
Oh, but you're a Spider-Man fan, right?
Yeah.
Me too. I love Spider-Man.
My son does.
I liked it until the third.
Okay, Mitch, do you have any comments? Any suggestions?
I was a little surprised though that the Spider-Man comment surprised me, but that kind of.
He was just being honest. So the Spider-Man comment really has
nothing to do.
I was asking him, about the comment.
That was his interest.
That's what I liked best because he was showing honesty.
Yeah. Because he wasn't afraid to say, "Hey, Spider-Man."
Yeah, he didn't try to put out some big name out there.
You showed honesty, actually.
Calvin, you didn't try to put out some big name out there that you were reading. You were honest with what you actually like to do.
Comic books and Spider-Man are fun. That's
It's
what
your
you're
time.
interested in. How
Sammy?
about you, Sam? Any comments?
I think Kelvin did great.
All right. Well, now you better remember what he did because you're up next, buddy, on Monday. Okay?
All right.
So think about over the weekend how he did and how the other people have done and things you're going to do. Okay?
All right.
Jordan? What do you think?
I think you did a great job.
What would you do just like Kelvin? What was something that Kelvin did that when you come on Tuesday, you're going to say, I want to do this just like Kelvin?
I could tell he wasn't as nervous as I was.
He wasn't, was he?
No, and if he was, he sure didn't
That's
show
what I
it.
like.
But he also watched all the rest, and
That's okay.
he saw the
That's
mistakes
true.
we made, so he learned from that.
Right, and that's why we're doing this, so you guys can do it.
Because when most of us go into interviews, we've never seen the other people interview, have we?
Right, no. But
So
another
we don't know
thing
what
is,
they were like.
Well,
another
don't you
thing,
interview with those other people?
no, usually
not necessarily.
You not do group interviews, you do
No.
one-on-one.
We did at Kroger's.
I know,
Well,
but
that's
that was
different.
Kroger.
Yeah.
So what
I'm saying is most.
Most interviews are going to be one-on-one. Majority of your interviews are all going to be one-on-one. I have not been in I have been in one group interview, but.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Kelvin. You got to sit back all week and watch everybody else go, right? And I'm doing this for all you guys. And then but when it's actually your turn to come up here and sit, it's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because now you're on the spot. It's easy to sit back, and you can learn, and you should be learning. But when it actually is your turn, and I'm popping these questions at you, and they're not the same questions every time, they're kind of all over the place. That's different. So, you can't say that just because Michael's going last that he gets the easiest shot at it. Because even though he's learned, it's going to be different. It's still nervous, even though you didn't seem nervous. He's still going to be nervous, and it's still kind of nerve-wracking.
Still, what I didn't get is why Miss Davis said that in an interview table is probably going to be longer than these tables.
can be.
Well, I mean,
Can be a conference. You know what? The table we sat at
Doesn't really
yesterday at the
matter.
school, it could be as big as that,
Yeah,
and there could be
and people
3
sitting
or
around
4
the whole
people,
table.
or it could be
8 or 9
crowded.
people.
Yeah, it just depends.
Just
I don't
like,
know.
but what would that
I'd be
plan?
more for-
All you're taking in
Because
is your resume.
everybody's getting their perspective, and maybe some of those people sitting at the table are some people that you may actually have a lot of contact with. Some of those people might be people that you might have a little bit of contact with. So they want to know who they're going to get coming in. So they're sitting in on the interview to see who the person is or who the people are that are coming through to interview for that position.
When we interview for a job coach, Mitch, they will pull in, the job coach's supervisor will sit in on the interview.
Yeah.
I will sit in on the interview, even though I'm not a supervisor of that job coach. And then we might have Michelle, my boss, or we might have another job coach sit in, so we can all give our opinion. What do you think of this person? So it's,
So-
you know, because you're going to have to work with these people. They want to see, are you going to fit in? Are you the person they're looking for? They can be really, really picky right now.
Yeah, and the administrative part might think you're really, really good, but when they talk to the other people who are going to work with you, they might have a different opinion. They might have seen something that the administrator didn't see.
Because
Okay.
you may have all the qualifications, but you may not have the personality they're
Yeah, I
looking
was
for.
going to say that.
So go back to the initial question. Who in this room would use something that Kelvin did?
Well, we need to finish with these two and find out what they liked and disliked, so.
Well, I like that. He wasn't as nervous like I was saying.
Yeah, he was very still.
So by seeing him so relaxed, does that maybe help you in that when you go in you think, well, gee, maybe I don't need to be that nervous?
Yeah, a lot.
You
Okay.
know, sometimes you just work yourself up to that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Because
do.
you're going,
Before
I'm not
you-
going to get this job, I'm
before
not
you-
going to get this job.
Yeah, before you get to before you even get to the chair, like I can tell I do that to myself because before you even get to the chair, you're already cranked up on nervous.
Right. So
try
maybe you
not
just
to
need
be.
to tell yourself,
Sometimes, and then
I'm
you
going to
get-
do
Then by
well.
the time you sit down and start talking to just that one person, like,
Now, I don't know if you gotta
10 times more
take
nervous.
Xanax before an interview to calm you down or
Oh, come on,
whatnot, but
Mitch.
I mean,
Not everybody's going to have drugs to take before they go to an interview.
Kelby,
no, I'm not saying that.
what did you see
Yeah, calm you down.
that you liked?
I liked how he did everything.
How he did everything?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Jacob, I mean, I'm speaking for you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm so speechless. So, thank you, Kelvin.
You're welcome. You were good at that.
I am.
He's pretty self-confident, that's,
And that's
for
a
sure.
good thing to have.
That's
The
very
way you
good.
did it, I thought you you made it look like you had a lot of practice doing it.
But you know
the
what
way
else?
You did.
He did. He was very serious
there's
about it. He
one-
went out, he changed his shirt, he spit his gum out. I mean, Kelvin took this very seriously. This wasn't a joke to him, and that showed. And the fact that he went and he put his dress clothes on and he spit his gum out. You know, he came prepared. That shows a
There's
lot
one thing that
in
he
your
can
determination.
use as a point though that might get him a better offer
What?
of having that job than
What will?
if he wouldn't have not said it like how he did there.
What?
Like when you asked him, what'd you ask him? I thought about that.
Holidays, maybe?
Yeah, that like
Depends on the company. If it's Meyer and they're open all those days, then that could be a ding. But if it's a company like New Hope, we're never open on those days.
Right.
It depends
so
on the
what-
company. And
Yeah, well, it all
he will
depends what
you know, we'll know
it all
going
depends
in.
What you're going for.
Right, but other than that, he had open availability. He's talking about, you know, he wants to be employee of the month.
Yeah.
You know, that says, hey, I want to come in, I want to work hard for you, I want to do my best, I want to be the employee of the month. And he talked about how he's working towards his driver's license. So, you know, he's going to get to work one way or the other.
And I think the other thing is because he said how he wanted to help his family.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very polite when he would answer a question back to you.
Very
You know, he did-
genuine.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
it just
wasn't-
rolled right off
Right.
of him. It
Mhm.
wasn't like he thought about
Memorized
doing
it
it,
or-
you know, and
He wasn't phony. He wasn't
Right.
like, you know, you could tell that his answers were genuine and he wasn't going, well, you know, I guess I should say something nice like I'm going to help my family. You know, I mean, you knew that that came from the heart, and you could see that. You know, he really did mean that. So, okay. So, Sammy's up Monday. Mr. Jordan's on Tuesday. And Michael's on Wednesday. And then we'll just keep going and we'll keep working on it. Okay?
I had an idea last night. Wouldn't it have been better, like, to have an adult do that? Do the interview first, just to, like, show us how it would be best?
I can interview with Sharon. That's not a problem.
How about after we're done, then we'll do Karen?
We can do a bad one too.
Yeah, she can do one bad one and one good one. How about that?
Oh yeah,
I was good at my bad one.
Yeah. That's
I can give you $1 to see it. That'd be funny.
Okay, it's time for you guys to go.
Thanks, guys. Have a good